If you go back to the Congressional record from January the 10th, 1963, read into the Congressional record were the goals for communists in the United States of America. And there were 45 of them. Now let me read a few of them. Like goal number 17, get control of the schools. Use them as transmission belts for socialism and current communist propaganda. Soften the curriculum, get control of teachers' associations, put the party line in textbooks. 18, gain control of all student newspapers. 19, use student riots to foment public protests against programs or organizations which are under communist attack. 20, infiltrate the press. Get control of book review assignments, editorial writing, policy-making positions. Number 21, gain control of key positions in radio, TV, and motion pictures. And then down to number 24, eliminate all laws governing obscenity by calling them censorship and a violation of free speech and free press. Break down cultural standards of morality by promoting pornography and obscenity in books, magazines, motion pictures, radio, and television. 26, present homosexuality, degeneracy, and promiscuity as normal, natural, and healthy. And then number 28, eliminate prayer or any phase of religious expression in the schools on the grounds that it violates the principles of separation of church and state. Discredit the American Constitution by calling it inadequate, old-fashioned, out of step with modern needs, a hindrance to cooperation between nations and on a worldwide basis. Discredit the American founding fathers, present them as selfish aristocrats who had no concern for the common man. And then goes number 40 and 41. Discredit the family as an institution, encourage promiscuity and easy divorce, emphasize the need to raise children away from the negative influence of parents, attribute prejudices, mental blocks, and retarding of children to suppressive influence of parents. Isn't that interesting that so many of those are things that are going on in our society right now? I would have to say that those who are trying to fundamentally change us into something else have found the key by attacking our faith and our families, because they recognized that the country was much too strong to bring down militarily, but it could be brought down from inside by attacking the pillars of strength. And what you probably noticed is 50 years ago, maybe 60 years ago, when the family was portrayed on television, there were strong traditional nuclear families, a mother, a father, children. You had strong fathers, like in Father Knows Best. And then it started to morph. And then you got the bumbling idiot dad, like Al Bundy, those kind of things. And it got to the point where the man was really kind of peripheral. You didn't really need him. And look what has begun to happen to family structures subsequently. I mean, in the 70s, still you have 40% nuclear families. Now it's 18% of all the families out there. And 40% of babies in this country are born out of wedlock. There have been lots of studies that have shown that children who are raised in single-parent families do not do anywhere near as well academically and in other ways. Now, there are exceptions. You're looking at one of them. But I will have to tell you that it wasn't fun growing up in a single-parent home because you usually have a lot less in the way of resources. And you always feel, you're not quite as good as everybody else. You're always kind of looking through the window at everybody else and wishing you were inside. And you think about all the problems that you see in children today. They're multiplied significantly in those homes with single parents. But we're having a real problem with the men in our society today. Feelings of inadequacy, being attacked, saying that they're demonstrating toxic masculinity, whatever that is. But it's being defined as negative characteristics of men. But there's nothing wrong with masculinity. And I think we need to define it the right way. Masculine men are men who accept responsibility, who take care of their families, who love their wives, who are the appropriate models for their children. Has nothing to do with who you can beat up or, what ruckus you can cause in the bar. That's just stupidity. That has nothing to do with masculinity.